International Olympic Day 2024 is marked on the 23rd of June annually and is celebrated to commemorate the founding of the International Olympic Committee. It holds a special place in the hearts of sports enthusiasts globally. And of course, to help us have an awesome conversation around the importance and the significance of this biggest sporting jamboree, which is the Olympics, that takes place in a 4-year cycle. The last edition was in Tokyo, which was delayed by a year, and it ended up taking place in 2021 due to COVID-19 pandemic. But it looks like life is back to normal. 2024 is happening in Paris, in Europe. Let's welcome to the conversation Sundesh Mahes, who is a marketing manager. Not only is he a marketing manager for SABC Sport, he used to play football. He still plays football. Like I always say, that legends never hang up their boots. They only do it for media purposes, so that officially you can say so and so has hung up their boots. But when you follow them, you'll find out that they're still fully engaged in playing five-a-side, in playing casual matches and legendary matches. And of course, Sundesh also serves as the coordinator or director for UJ Football Development. Mr. Mahes, a very good afternoon and a very warm welcome to Africa at Play.
Afternoon, Channel Africa listeners, and good afternoon, Neto.
Awesome stuff. Thank you so much for pulling through on time. Let's get on to it. Please tell us more about the significance of this Olympic International Day, or International Olympic Day rather.
So, Olympic Day is celebrated every year on the 23rd of June. It's just it's a day to celebrate the Olympics, the significance of the Olympics, and yeah, each LOC, local organizing committee, like we have SASCOC here in South Africa, they host an Olympic Day where they celebrate different sporting codes, and this year's theme of Olympic Day is Let's Move. And SASCOC hosted quite a nice event this morning at Freedom Park, where they had a 5-kilometer fun walk, and it was very engaging. The president of SASCOC was around there and engaging with some of the community members. And Olympic Day is just about getting people moving within the countries. And yeah, it's an amazing day. This year is very significant because SABC Sport will be broadcasting the Olympics this year. And so this year's Olympic Day is really special for us as SABC Sport.
Talking about SABC Sport, Olympics are also very close to my heart, because when I joined SABC Sport back in 2008, it was precisely during the Beijing Olympics. And for me, every time it's Olympics, I just remember where it all began for me, joining this world-class African institution, the SABC. What are the plans from SABC Sport in covering this year's Olympics that are taking place in Paris?
So Neto, from SABC Sports side, we're going to try and get, obviously we're the South African Broadcasting Corporation, so we're going to try and give South Africans as much coverage as possible of the South African athletes. That's going to be our core focus, and then secondary, our African athletes. I think our African athletes we have some amazing talent around Africa, especially on the long distance running, and then also some exciting on the track and the field. Nigerians are doing some super work on the track. But yeah, our key focus will definitely be the South African athletes on the track, in the swimming pool, and also wherever we can. So from the hockey field, and I think there's still some athletes still trying to qualify. So once we make that final announcement of the South African team, we will try and get as many South African key moments as possible.
From what you've zoomed into on the ground, how's Team South Africa looking like for this year's edition?
So I've been to the 2 team announcements. I think from an athletics point of view, they're looking really strong. The relay team, if they can not drop the baton, I think they definitely, the men's 100-meter relay, they're looking really strong. They definitely in for medal contention. Akani Simpini is looking amazing in the last few events. Wade van Niekerk, you can never write him off, even though he's had a major injury. He's still a world record holder, so you keep him there as a banker, hopefully. Definitely a final contention. I'm not sure medal, but I wish him all the best, and if he can pull off something special, we would love it. It gave us goosebumps in was it Rio 2016? Yeah, I still get goosebumps every time I watch that race. And yeah, I'm in the swimming pool. I spoke to the president of Swimming SA, Mr. Alan Fritz, and he guarantees us a few medals, so we'll hold him to that. And yeah, it's Olympics. Everyone has an open chance, and all the other sporting codes from cycling to hockey, everyone has a chance. So I wish them all the best, and I hope that every team member just gives it their all, because Olympics only comes every 4 years, and if you're an athlete, it's definitely a dream to be at the Olympics.
The clock is on a downhill towards the beginning of this exciting sporting jamboree kicking off on the 26th of July. 33 days to go to these Olympics. Those that love sport, that loves this variety, how do they get to watch it on SABC Sport?
So in South Africa, you can log into sabcsport.com, which is our online platform. You can go to SABC Plus, and then also our linear channels will be on SABC2. Then on radio, we'll be across radio stations. We'll give you live updates, commentary on some of the live commentary on some of the events. But yeah, across Africa, please check your local listings. Each country has its own broadcast packages, but definitely I think it's going to be available in every country. I've never heard of Olympics not being available across Africa, so hopefully you guys all get to experience it.
The International Olympic Day is the big day on the global calendar. How does it bring people together from various parts of the world, and what message of hope can they take from a day like this?
Yeah, so the International Olympic Committee celebrates Olympic Day every year. I think from an international perspective, I'm not sure how they collaborate, but each LOC has their own plans. So each LOC hosts their own events, and yeah, the theme for the year is Let's Move. That's across all nations. So I've seen some of those. The Australian Olympic Committee does some amazing stuff. I've been watching them. The USA also does some great stuff. Great Britain. So yeah, bringing it's just a build up to the Olympics, and this year is really special because it's an Olympic year. So it's very close to the start of the Olympic Games, just over a month, and yeah, I think this year is really special.
Super exciting indeed. That's the voice of Sundesh Mahes, SABC Sport marketing manager, a footballer himself, and of course a football coach.